Hello, angels. I hope you're having a wonderful, splendiferous day. We are yet another week into quarantine, and I'm going a little stir crazy. So, I wanted to make another video to give me something to do. So, I recently received a gift in the mail from a great friend of mine who I love and respect. She gifted me this book. Julian is a Mermaid by Jessica Love. And I figured I could talk a little bit about makeup, a little bit about this book as well, and see where that takes us. If you don't know who I am, which, let's be honest, most of you probably don't, my name is Samantha, they, them, she, her, and I'm a makeup artist and photographer based in Philly. My main, professional trade is teaching. I taught college level writing in South Jersey for a few years and tutored writing for I think a decade now. I think I could say a decade. Lately, I've been on and off teaching because I relocated to Philly and haven't quite gotten my bearings yet. I feel like I'm still balancing on one foot. Although I do currently work for the University of Pennsylvania. I get it, it's, Ivy League and all that, but I'm not particularly proud of the position I have, nor do I feel particularly fulfilled. And this quarantine has not helped with that at all. So all of this is to say, I feel pretty meh about what I'm doing in life, and I want to do more things that I can feel happy and proud of. So here I am, making YouTube content. So as I prime my face and let that primer sit on the skin for a few minutes, I'm going to summarize this book. Let's get this hair up first, because that can be annoying. And bloop, yay. So the story follows Julian, a young Hispanic boy, not very different from myself, who spots three women dressed in mermaid regalia who are on their way to some kind of aquatic themed event. The tea is that Julian, in his hands, he's holding a book about mermaids because he's just obsessed with them. He wants to be one. And in fact, he tells his abuela hey, did you see those mermaids? I'm a mermaid too. I'm one of those. I'm one of them. And she does what my abuela did, which was listen and smile a little bit. Then you kind of see this tired look on her face, and it's all oh, I should let my abuela just take her bath, and I'll do my own thing over here. And he does. He finds objects around the house, and he dresses himself up as a cute little mermaid, and it's just the most adorable thing ever. It reminds me of when I would sneak into I would sneak a foot into my mom's heels, or when I would just for a quick minute when my mom was in the shower, I would try on her wigs that she'd wear for New Year's Eve parties. And you can tell he's just having a blast. He is doing the works. So cute. Until his abuela comes out of the bathroom and sees him dolled up in what could be seen as feminine clothes on a boy. And he gets instantly self-conscious, which is a feeling I'm incredibly familiar with. He's staring at himself in the mirror and seeing himself, and he's got this sad brown face on, just staring back at him, and I can't help but think of myself and all the times I stared at my own reflection and thought, I like this. This is good. But then soon after that thought, I could never leave my house like this. I could never let people see me. That's what I told myself in my head. I guess I should start this, foundation stuff now. There was really long time where I struggled with my sexuality, and I had such a hard time with it because religion told me I was a sinner. Family would tell me to man up. Schoolmates would call me a faggot. And it felt like everywhere I turned there were reminders that I should feel ashamed that I had the thoughts that I did. For a while I felt I was a pervert, that I was such a sexual deviant, so much so that I would never find love or never find acceptance, and all that kind of John. I have no concealer, so I am going into this little area up here, but now I usually won't, but I am. So I had to come to terms with my sexuality, and that was incredibly tough. But once I had gotten over that hump, I was almost immediately faced with gender feelings. I had for so long saw myself as a little gay boy, and once I finally got the opportunity to explore, I soon realized oh wait, no, this isn't it. This isn't me. This doesn't feel right. But it was when I performed in drag for the first time that something monumentous. It's just shifted in me. Loose powders are so much. At the time, it didn't feel like the puzzle pieces aligned by any means, but it did feel I had discovered some puzzle pieces that were kind of like shoved under the bed and forgotten, or honestly like purposely ignored for my safety, to be honest. It was at this time that I did a lot of just staring in the mirror and judging myself and my body. I think I felt the way Julian did. Like, even though I was far away from my family and like my old classmates, those practices of hiding myself were still so deep in me. But something quite amazing, in my opinion, happens in this book. Julian's abuela, who had like walked away, returned with these like pink rose dusted like set of pearls. And so Julian goes from self-conscious to like, you know, fuck yeah, my grandma gets me. She loves that I want to be a mermaid. She encouraged it. She encourages me to be myself and to explore the life I want to live most. And that moment when I read it, it made me tear up. At the time, I was actually at a bookstore. I was at a bookstore with the friend who gifted me this book. And I was taking pictures of her beautiful, beautiful family. To this day, it's like still one of my favorite galleries. But in the moment, I thought, oh, I need to buy this book. But I ultimately decided against it. Children's books aren't cheap, nor should they be, because they're like pieces of art. So receiving it in the mail like months later, it was such a treat. It was like, I don't know, it's just such a special moment, and I cried a little bit. I don't know, I felt just really special, and I felt heard, kind of like Julian's abuela hearing that he is a mermaid and doing what she could to help him get that much closer, or to affirm him that much more. It was a feeling I didn't really get to experience that much as a kid, but as an adult, I kind of am getting a chance to feel those feelings, and I feel I don't show it very often. I don't know, seeing my family, it makes my body and my brain kind of shut down a little bit, and being back in my home city, it does something to me. It kind of diminishes the person I've become, and I'm working on that. And I feel like my family have been more cognizant and more aware and more willing to listen. In fact, one of the last times I visited home, my mom gave me this like cheap dress that she thought would look really good like on stage if I wanted to do like an 80s look, which, if you know me, I want to do an 80s look. And I feel like I didn't show it immediately how much I like appreciated it, but it meant a lot to me. It wasn't pearls, it was a dress, and it wasn't an aquatic festival with mermaids, but it was like a drag show, And that small action helped me come to terms with all that fear I had as a kid, and I'm now able to talk about it more freely, and I'm just really grateful for that. I wish I had more like cool tone stuff, because I want to do more of like a blue eye. It's more mermaidy, blue. But I guess we can just bronze her up a little bit. That'll work. Okay. Can't be a mermaid without highlight, right? Check this out, look at this. Wow. Amazing. I wish I had blush. I hope kids like Julian are grateful as well, and like can appreciate what they have, because when I was a kid, it really wouldn't have been safe for me to feel comfortable in my skin, if that makes sense. Like, just 2 decades ago, the world was a different place, and I lived in honestly one of the most dangerous cities in America. And I have no like anger or resentment at my family at all, because there was so much more struggle in our household than my identities, And instead of thinking, how could have things been a little bit different, I think it's more productive to consider how things have already changed and what I'm grateful for, and like what the next steps are. Speaking of steps, I'm gonna get some powder in this eye. Nice little crease area. I forgot to put primer. That's okay. I'll do it in a minute. In a moment. Give me a second. Buff that out on the lid. I'm kind of mixing it in. Oops. This eye will be good though. We can concentrate on this eye. Anyway, the book ends with Julian's abuela taking Julian to the festival, and He's a little bit nervous at first, like we all are when we are faced with acceptance after having been seemingly rejected or even trained to be fearful. But he joins the festival and everyone is welcoming, and it's truly beautiful. It's really it's cute. It's really cute. All right, I'm gonna rush this eye because once I start running out of things to say, it's just gonna be makeup stuff. See how this eye is just, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this eye just came out better with primer. So like use primer. All right, I'm going in with Queen's Crown, this lovely palette. It's actually a customizable palette, and I kind of like put all the colors in together that I wanted. There are a few other colors, but these are my favorite ones. So I'm gonna go with this blue situation and add this black to, you know, we'll get there. I actually quite like this blue. It's really pretty. I do kind of wish it came with a matte version though. It's a preference. I haven't decided if I want to do a halo, but this looks like it's gonna be a halo. We shall see. And now we blend. Blue is definitely a color that you have to like really pack in to get the full force of the pigment. So I go in, blend, go in with more, and blend. And I love doing it because these colors are really buildable, meaning you can get kind of different shades of the color. Maybe not shades. I'm not sure what the word is. So I'm just gonna say shades, but yeah, you can get it really, really like sheer or really, really opaque. Make sense? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I found it really beautiful how loving and welcoming and accepting and in like an instant Julian's grandmother was. It's really nice. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this fluffy brush from earlier, and I'm going to use this cute pink color to buff out just at the like the little like edge right above the crease. It's a nice little like transition color, you know, cute little transition. Yeah, just like that. Ah. Is the camera picking this up? I don't feel like it's picking it up because it's real cute. Do you see the difference? Oh, second verse, same as the first. Oh, and I do wish everyone could be this welcoming and accepting in the world, and also in Cyberland. Oh, I forgot about it being a halo. Oh well. But yeah, people aren't so nice all the time. In fact, I constantly get people calling me like nasty things in the comments of my videos. But yeah, people will like belittle me and tell me that whatever I'm doing is not up to par, or that I don't look good. I remember one person wrote, just like in a comment section, just wrote, "You're not fooling anyone." And I just like did not know how to respond to that emotionally. All right, there you have it. All right, thank you for watching this video. I love you, angels, and I hope together we can put a reassuring smile on your face today. All right, have a wonderful day or night, and I will talk to you later in Cyberland. Bye. Mwah.